Hello everyone, it's Ozarafon here, and today I will be talking about the people who made contributions in NASCAR and who were inducted into the Hall of Fame for 2019. The Hall of Fame takes the best people within the NASCAR community and take 5 into the Hall of Fame every year. The history of the Hall of Fame include people with very distinct roles in NASCAR. There are promoters, drivers, owners, broadcasters, mechanics, crew chief, and engineers. Today, I will be looking at the 5 people for 2019 and giving you a bit of backstories on each person. First off, we'll start off with Davey Allison, son of Bobby Allison, who ranks 4th on the all-time win list, and nephew of Donnie Allison, who won 10 races and almost won the 1979 Daytona 500. Davey was born on February 25th, 1961 in Hollywood, Florida, and moved to Alabama later on. Allison started off his NASCAR career racing for his father in the ARCA series. From 1980 to 1983, he piloted the number 11, 12, 22, and 23 cars for his dad. In 10 starts, he got 2 wins, both at his home track at Talladega, and 5 top 5s. In 1984, he made the jump to the Busch Series and made 7 starts. He recorded 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. Allison would drive for mediocre teams part-time in the Cup Series in 1985 and 1986 and got 2 top 10s in 8 starts. He drove part-time again in 1987, but this time with a better team known as Rainier Lundy Racing. He made 22 starts and got 2 wins at Talladega and Dover, 9 top 5s, 10 top 10s, 5 poles, and 710 laps led. Allison would drive full-time in 1988 and would get 2 wins at Richmond and Michigan. In 1989, Davey would move to Robert Yates Racing. In 1989 and 1990, he would be fairly mediocre, grabbing an 11th and 13th place points finishes in both seasons. He would have his breakout season in 1991 and 1992, scoring 10 wins, 27 top 5s, 33 top 10s, 5 poles, 2,901 laps led, and a 3rd place finish in both of the seasons. The 1993 season was looking good for Allison. In the first 16 races, he got 1 win at Richmond, 6 top 5s, 8 top 10s, and 276 laps led. But before the Pocono race on July 12th, tragedy struck as he took flight of his newly acquired helicopter and tried to land it, and then it crashed. Allison was pronounced dead 1 day later. He was 32 years old. Jeff Gordon is a driver that we will discuss next in the video. Gordon was born on August 4th in 1971 in California. He started off his NASCAR career in the NASCAR Xfinity Series full-time for 2 years from 1991 to 1992. He earned 3 wins, 15 top 5s, 25 top 10s, 12 pole awards, and finished 4th in 1992. Jeff would move up to the Cup Series with a top-tier team at Hendrick Motorsports. In his first 61 starts, he got 2 wins, 14 top 5s, 25 top 10s, 2 poles, and finished 8th in 1994. Gordon then out of nowhere would have a breakout time from 1995 to 2001. In the 7 years, Jeff Gordon would get 56 wins, 2 Daytona 500 wins, 3 Brickyard 400 wins, 4 Bojangles Southern 500 wins, 3 Coca-Cola 600 wins, 3 All-Star Race wins, 2 Clash wins, 37 poles, and he won the championship in 1995, 1997, 1998, and 2001. In 2002 and 2003, he was still doing well, winning 6 races and winning the 2002 Bojangles Southern 500. After the 2003 season, NASCAR switched out the point system for this new chase system. This proved to be a hindrance for Jeff Gordon, as he missed the 2005 chase. After that, he only found victory lane 29 more times and didn't win a championship since until 2015, when he announced his retirement from the sport and left. Gordon's not completely out of the sport yet. He's taking a role at Hendrick Motorsports right now, and Gordon and Rick Hendrick are making a plan to sign Jeff Gordon to the top of the organization to be the owner of Hendrick Motorsports. Also, Gordon recently signed a contract to stay with Fox Sports and broadcast their part of the season. He has done this since 2016. Alan Kulwicki is the third inductee and the last driver we'll be talking about in this video. Alan was born on December 14th, 1954 in Greenfield, Wisconsin. He started off his NASCAR racing career in 1984, where he would race in the Busch Series for 2 years. He got 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s, 1 pole, and 70 laps led. In 1986, he would make 23 starts for Terry Motorsports and got 1 top 5 at Martinsville and 4 top 10s. After the 1986 season, Alan Kulwicki would be taken out of Terry Motorsports and went on to field his own team known as Alan Kulwicki Racing. And for this team, Alan was not only the driver, but also the crew chief and chief engineer until he found some crew chief support. He got 3 top 5s and 9 top 10s in the 1987 season. Kulwicki got his first win in 1988 in Phoenix. The next season was disappointing from the last, as Alan won no races. He would bounce back in 1990 to get his second win of his career at North Carolina Speedway. 1991 would be a big stepping stone for Alan Kulwicki and his team. In 1991, he got 1 win in Bristol, 4 top 5s, 11 top 10s, 4 poles, 233 laps led, and finished 13th in the point standings. Alan came into the 1992 season and won 2 races, but most importantly, he would take home the championship. The 1993 season was Alan's season to try to defend his title. In the first 5 races, he had 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. But tragedy struck before the Bristol race. Kulwicki was on an airplane on April 1st, 1993, and the airplane slowed and then crashed. Alan Kulwicki was killed. He was 38 at the time. Roger Penske is the first non-driver we will be talking about in this video. Roger Penske made his debut with NASCAR stock cars at Riverside in 1972 with Mark Donohue. He finished 39th after rear-end problems. Donohue ran 6 races with Penske and got Penske's first win in 1973 at Riverside. They also ran races with Donnie Allison, Dave Marcis, Gary Bettenhausen, George Follmer, Mike Wallace, Chad Blunt, Travis Quaffle, Sam Hornish Jr., David Stremme, AJ Allmendinger, and Juan Pablo Montoya, who really got nowhere in their careers with Penske. So the next winning driver after Mark Donohue was Bobby Allison, who made 56 starts from 1974 to 1976 and got 4 wins, 30 top 5s, 34 top 10s, 5 poles, and a 4th place finish in both 1974 and 1976. In 1980, Penske hired Rusty Wallace. He made 2 starts and finished 2nd in Atlanta. Later in 1981, Rusty Wallace left the team and Team Penske left NASCAR. Until 1991, when Penske returned and reunited with Rusty Wallace, and Wallace would drive the number 2 car. Wallace got 37 wins from 1991 to 2005 and finished 2nd in points behind Dale Earnhardt in 1993. Wallace would not win a championship, but nonetheless, he was a great driver. Ryan Newman was signed to drive the number 12 Ford for Penske in 2002, and in his 6 seasons, he got 13 wins and got Penske's first Daytona 500 victory in 2008. Kurt Busch, the 2004 champion, also drove with Newman from 2006 to 2011, and Busch got 10 wins for the organization. Keselowski was signed to drive for Penske in 2010, and since then he's gotten 26 wins and has claimed Penske's first championship in 2012 as getting their first Brickyard 400 win in 2018. Joey Logano has 19 wins with Penske since 2013 and also claimed a championship in 2018 and won Penske's second Daytona 500 in 2015. Both of these drivers still run with Penske today, alongside Ryan Blaney in the number 12 car, who got 1 win at the first Charlotte Roval race held in NASCAR. Overall, Roger Penske is a very successful owner and has teams in IndyCar, supercars, and IMSA racing that have been pretty successful over the years. The final person we will be talking about in this video is Jack Roush, who runs the team known as Roush Fenway Racing. Roush made his Cup debut in 1988 with Mark Martin behind the wheel, and in 28 starts, they got 3 top 5s and 10 top 10s. Mark would get his first win in 1989 at North Carolina Speedway. He also got 34 more wins in his career from 1990 to 2006 and their first Bojangles Southern 500 win. Wally Dallenbach was signed to drive for Roush Fenway, but he never got anywhere. Neither did Ted Musgrave, Chad Little, Kevin LePage, John D. Benson Jr., Dave Blaney, Kenny Walls, Todd Kluver, Trevor Bayne, or Ryan Reed. But Roush have their fair share of successful drivers like Jeff Burton, who drove the 99 car for 9 seasons and got 17 wins in that time period and got their first Coca-Cola 600 win. Matt Kenseth was signed to drive the number 17 car in 1999 and went on to drive for 14 seasons until 2012 and was called back to run part-time in 2018. In those 15 seasons, he got 24 wins, as well as their first Daytona 500 win in 2009 and their first championship in 2003. Kurt Busch drove the number 97 car from 2000 to 2005. And in his time, he got 14 wins and got Roush's second championship in 2004. Greg Biffle, another successful driver, won 19 races, driving for Roush from 2002 to 2016. Carl Edwards drove the number 99 car for 11 seasons and won 23 races. Jamie McMurray got 2 wins driving for the number 26 car, one at Talladega and the other at Daytona, where David Reagan also won in 2011 in the 6 car, and Ricky Stenhouse in 2017 in the 17 car. Alongside Stenhouse's win, he got one at Talladega in the same year, and currently drives for Roush going into 2019. The 6 car will be piloted by Ryan Newman, and we'll see how he does. Overall, Roush 2 is a pretty successful team owner in NASCAR, but has faded in the last decade. Overall, all of these drivers were great choices in the Hall of Fame who have had success or were looking at more success, but ultimately tragedy struck for them. That will end this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment on this video. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. Share this video with your family, friends, and check out this other content by me. And as always, thanks for watching.